More than 500 men of Morehouse graduated to become Morehouse men today. The famed historically black college also welcomed President Joe Biden to their commencement ceremonies. Thank you for joining us. I'm Carly Barnett.
Well, Carly, his invitation came with some controversy over his administration's support for Israel. We have been reporting on this for weeks, but tonight our political reporter Doug Reardon reports things went smoothly at Morehouse today.
He spoke uninterrupted here at Morehouse today, despite weeks of protesting over his appearance as the keynote speaker. He talked to these Morehouse graduates about the responsibility on them of being the next generation of black American leaders. And he knows full well that the eyes of the world are on him up there on that stage. We are now in full swing here in this 2024 campaign season.
Let them enter, presenting the 2024 graduating class of Morehouse.
There's something special
College
about a Morehouse commencement. Maybe it's the school's 157-year storied history and traditions. Or maybe it's the odds-defying knowledge that only 40% of black high school graduates in America will make it to this point, college commencement. Maybe it's the fact that this particular class started their college days behind masks and computer screens.
We were the only class in history able to recognize classmates through hair and eyes alone without actually knowing where our classrooms were.
And looming large over this year's ceremonies, a presidential visit, one that not all of Morehouse's students were pleased with. For weeks, demonstrations dotted the campus weekly, students protesting President Joe Biden's staunch support of Israel in an ongoing conflict in the Middle East that even Biden on Sunday called a humanitarian crisis.
It's a humanitarian crisis in Gaza. That's why I've called for an immediate ceasefire.
But his speech went off with no protest, no interruptions. Biden doubling the opportunity on the stage to appeal to black voters, touting initiatives like student loan forgiveness, housing assistance, lead pipe replacement, and historic allotments to HBCUs like Morehouse.
Instead of forcing you to prove you're 10 times better, we're breaking down doors so you have 100 times more opportunity.
And President Biden leaving the graduates with a resounding message about faith.
And my hope for you is, my challenge to you is, that you still keep the faith so long as you can.
Biden is now the second sitting president to give the commencement address here at Morehouse College. The first was Barack Obama back in 2013 when Biden was his vice president. From Morehouse College, Doug Reardon, Atlanta News First.